Why are we so bombarded with misleading information in nutrition, and 3 ways to get reliable, true, responsible information? Hi, I am Nira. I am a registered dietitian for over 20 years, and I'm here to debunk myths about nutrition and to give you good, true information about whatever interests you in nutrition, weight loss, and any issues concerning your health that nutrition has to do with. So let's start. So 4 reasons why we have so much misinformation about nutrition in social media. First reason, anyone can post anything and we don't always know who's talking, where the information is from. So I could decide whatever I want to tell you, and if you don't know who I am and what is my profession, I could tell you anything. So a lot of misinformation goes around. Second reason, I tend to ignore financial interests and selling of products, because when someone is selling you something, they will not tell you the entire truth. They will exaggerate the pros of their product, and they will eliminate or not talk at all about any cons of the product. So what happens is we just don't know, and we think this product is wonderful and it is great, and then we buy it and we almost always get disappointed with it because the promises are great. Okay, so maybe we need to be really a little more critical of what someone who sells things tell us, and look for other information about the same product. Maybe look for reviews about it, maybe talk to people who tried it before, and not just rely on the person selling it, because he definitely is not telling us the entire truth. Third reason for misinformation is that we really want the promises to be true. We would really like the impossible to happen, okay? Somebody is telling me that 7 minutes of dance or 7 minutes of walk will transform me and make me a new person, full of energy, 20 pounds lighter. I will look younger. Wow, this is wonderful. But could it really be? I would so much like to believe that it is true. Okay? I think if I apply my brain to it, that it is probably absolutely not true. And fourth reason is that there are those well-known facts and no smoke without fire that happens in our mind. We hear new information. But this may have been true in the past. Right now, when everyone could post anything they want, it is a little harder to know for a fact. Okay? For example, if I say my father has a field of spinach and I really want to help him sell all the spinach fast. So I post on social media and I write, or I tell you in a video, that research shows that if you eat 1 cup of cooked spinach every day, the hair on your bald head would grow again. This is, of course, completely bogus. But I write it, and you see it for the first time, and you say, this is completely false. This cannot be. And you go on about your business. But then someone else sees it. There are all those news feeds that need to have new information all the time, and they sometimes don't really bother to check if it's true or not. And one of them gets a hold of my post and they put it in there, and then a lot of people see it. Or maybe just someone on social media saw my post and they take it and they copy it. And then you, in the next morning, see it again, and then you see it again. And it starts getting familiar for you, and your resistance deteriorates, and all of a sudden you think, well, I've seen this, I know this. And then in a few days, this becomes for you a well-known fact, because You just saw it again and again and again. And then it is familiar, it is already embedded in you. And now when you see it, you say, yes, I know that. Spinach can make your hair grow. But this is completely bogus. I made it up to begin with. No one will go and check where this research is published that says it. No one will check it out. They just repeat each other. Okay, so today to say no smoke without fire is not true. There could very well be smoke without fire. And those well-known facts with abbreviations that we know, we need to sometimes check them out again because they might also not be true. So after we went over some reasons for all this informational clutter that we have all around us about nutrition, let's see how can we get real information that is reliable and responsible. So first way is to go to real professionals. Okay? Real professionals are dietitians, nutritionists, and physicians who specialize in nutrition, because most physicians have very little knowledge about nutrition and they are not a reliable source for nutritional information. But some physicians specialize in nutrition and they certainly know a lot and you can totally rely on them. I would like to share with you an experience I had in my clinic about an elderly gentleman that came in. He had CKD. CKD is chronic renal disease, which is very severe, and it needs to be treated by professionals who really specialize in it, in chronic kidney disease. But this guy came to my clinic. I do not specialize in nephrology, in kidney, but he told me that he came to me because before that he went to some therapist, and that therapist advised him to drink a cup of parsley juice twice a day because it cleans the kidneys and it makes them healthier. And I was appalled to hear that because that is the exact opposite of what this guy needed to do, this patient. And I took the phone of that therapist and I called him, and it turns out his entire professional education consists of 2 months course, 2 months course in herbal nutrition. That's it. And this very nice young therapist thought this was enough for him to give advice to individuals with serious health issues that are even life-threatening. So I corrected him about this knowledge about the parsley juice, which is absolutely detrimental to a person with chronic kidney disease. And I advised him to please limit his advice to people who are young and healthy that could probably, go through a lot and without any damage. And please be very critical of who you're getting advice from, whether it's in real life or on social media. Okay? I too did not continue to take care of that person with a CKD, and I referred him to a dietitian who specializes in nephrology. Okay? So, second way to get reliable information about nutrition is a reality check. It has to do with you. You are a grown person, I hope. You have your own experience. You tried all kinds of diets and weight loss and ways and products, and you have your own experience. You have the people around you with their experience. Always ask yourself, could this be true? From what I know about myself, about others, and about the world, could this be true? Could it be that this pill will make me lose weight forever? Could it be that if I eat some superfood that is very recommended right now, it will change my life? It will change my health? Could it be? Probably not, okay? But since you're bombarded with all those selling points and pitches and advertisements, you must check with yourself before you go ahead and do something about it. Just check with yourself. According to what I know, could this be good for me? Could this really do what it promises to do? And the third and very important way to get reliable information is to go to websites of large health organizations, whether they're government or private, Cancer Society or Diabetes Association, and their knowledge has to be evidence-based, research-based, and if they put it in their website, you can be sure it was checked and double-checked, and it is only evidence-based. So I have a list of some of those sites down below in the information, and you're welcome to take the links and copy them. And when you ask yourself, what is true here? Could it be? What do we really know about it? Go to one of those websites, whether it's specific to a certain health condition or if it is general, say like the NIH site, the National Institute of Health of the United States, or like the site of the Mayo Clinic, which is very famous, and just do a search about what interests you, and you can rely on the facts that are shown there as to be true and evidence-based. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope you will come visit me again at my next video. I would very much like you to subscribe and also to comment. In your comments, I would love to hear what interests you, what you would like me to talk about in my upcoming videos. If you have myths or some beliefs that you want to check if they are evidence-based, if they are true or not, please comment about it. I would love to hear any input you want to give me so that I can make my upcoming videos to your liking and to your needs. Thank you and bye.